Now, in the week that a tradie died in a Brisbane construction site incident, industry experts are warning about the sector's struggle to meet demand. 45-year-old father Kimura Dixon was killed when a wall collapsed on him. It came a day after 15-year-old Beau Bradford died in a separate incident on the Gold Coast. It comes as construction projects in Queensland ramp up with housing needs and the Olympics fueling the demand. And joining me live now to discuss this is Kim Allen, the CEO, co-owner and founder of CRA Construction. Kim, great to have you on Sky News this morning. What do you think is the construction industry's place right now in Queensland, with the fact that the state is growing anyway? We know house prices have been on the rise, and now we've got this big project in the future of the Olympic Games too. Yeah,
sure. Look, I own a multi-million-dollar plastering and carpentry business. We focus purely on, we work on schools all the way through to major commercial projects. I completely understand the pressures that are going on in Brisbane at the moment.
You have to turn away business almost because so much.
Absolutely. Yeah. We are in a phase of a lot of our team are being poached from us. We're in a major labour shortage. So commercial builders and builders themselves, they're really struggling in facing rising costs. They've got shortage of trades on site, and finding those qualified trades, the pressure's really there.
Why is there that shortfall?
Why is there that shortfall of trades?
Yeah.
Because the industry has been struggling. We're very much so in a place where they are underqualified, they don't know what they're doing, we're not getting the jobs done quick enough, the turnaround is not happening as it should be, and the reality is that we are in a sore point, that we don't have enough tradesmen.
Do you think the state government is aware of the issues and trying to do enough to solve it?
Absolutely. They are fully aware, and they are doing a great campaign at the moment to bring in the industry awareness. We are getting a lot of inquiry. A lot of people are wanting to join the industry. I'm going into schools. I'm working with the government. I'm speaking with the government at different shows for them. But the reality is that they're doing a great job at getting that interest, but it's keeping them. So people are leaving because we're very much so still stuck in a culture of the 80s. You know, people are arriving on site and they're not feeling supported. They're not getting the education that they need, and they're not feeling safe.
I know you actually started this business with your husband while actually pregnant with your second child.
Yeah.
It seems like you're juggling so much now because that business has just skyrocketed in the sort of 7 or 8 years since you started it.
It has. I went from being the missus and being called the missus for many years of our business when it first started, but I now run the business. So, and I've had to do that by earning my voice and owning my voice.
So is there a different pressure on female voices in the construction industry?
Absolutely. We're too scared to actually voice up and have an opinion.
Yeah.
We have to be able to have the confidence to pull out that seat, sit down and voice up. If we don't, we are set to struggle in the industry.
And we were talking about these construction incidents earlier, and clearly that's the concern, isn't it? When you've got lots happening, lots of demand to be met. You want to do it on time and on budget, but also safely.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's where we're struggling at the moment. Safety always has to be number one, but the reality is that if you don't have a business with systems, with structure, where you're not supporting your team, when you're not training them appropriately, you will suffer. And that's where we'll see potential further tragedies on sites.
And do you think, we've seen reports in recent weeks of women leaving the industry in droves. Is trying to retain them essential to meeting this demand?
Absolutely. It's another 50% of the gender. If you want more trades into our industry, we have an uncapped resource right there. But we need to learn how to support them and how to work alongside one another. I have females go to site and the gentlemen on site don't actually know how to speak with them. If an issue arises, they don't know how to resolve that. We need training on that. And
is that a Queensland specific problem, do you think, or have you seen and heard about this in other states?
Oh, other states, absolutely. Yeah. We're still being discriminated against. We're still having these constant battles. It's a reality that we have to put down the pressures of this is what we will and won't accept.
And with the business partners that do like you, respect you, keep re-employing you, have you sort of changed their minds about women in the industry? Or they're like, oh, OK, actually, this is not as bad as we thought? Or...
Well, it's easy. Once you actually realise that we're just a human and that we're easy to talk to, it's actually quite easy.
Yeah. And what do you think is going to be the years ahead, and how Queensland and the construction industry is going to cope with all this demand? And how do you balance, people saying we need lots more hotels, but we also need more housing. I said we've got the big infrastructure projects. Presumably medium and small firms are just as important as the big global ones as well. Absolutely.
The government's actually doing a reach out at the moment to encourage more small to medium businesses to join up and be involved in what's coming for the next 10 years or so. So it's something that you can put your name down for that. They are needed, they are crucial, and it's an uncapped resource. The moment that the Olympics were announced, my business went into a deep dive of how can we utilise that, how can we get involved, and how can we create a business that's sustainable enough to drive us through that, but also on the other end of that, still be sustainable.
It's fascinating stuff, and we're definitely going to have to speak to you again about this, Kim, as we get close to those Olympic Games. Really appreciate you coming in. That's Kim Allen, CEO and co-founder of CRA Construction.